how to trust yourself. That's one of the questions that I receive so often because most people know I'm intuitive, so I have learned to trust myself, but so are you. And what happens a lot, though, is that we have been talked out of listening to what is within us. Intuition means that you have this feeling, this gut feeling. You may feel it, experience it in certain other places in your body, mind, whatever it might be. But there's something that you will feel that this is where I'm supposed to go, or this is what I'm supposed to do. And then you'll doubt it. You'll doubt it. Now, you may be doubting it for many different reasons. You might be doubting it because of what you've been told, what you've been programmed. We all are told something from the time we are born. We start to learn certain ideas, beliefs, and it's basically programming. And then it becomes difficult, depending on your situation, to move outside of that, especially if that programming has been heavy, if it's been a lot, if you've come from a background, for instance, where your family or parents were really restrictive and you had to do things a certain way. And you're feeling, wait a minute, I think I'm supposed to do something else. And that's your intuition speaking to you. But if you've been indoctrinated into some form of belief for a long time, it's challenging for you to move outside of that. However, you can do it. It is a process of retraining yourself, letting go, deprogramming all of those thoughts that you might have had. And as you begin to do that, you get a greater sense of who you are. Every individual is born with this ability within them to find their right place in the world, what they're meant to do, that perfect career, the right relationship, all of it is there. And we have this feeling, we have our emotions that we can use to sort of measure that. Now, you're not going to always be on track, even with your emotions, you see, because those may have been programmed in a way that you didn't know. And that they may have been programmed in a way that told you not to trust what you were feeling. That might be a belief system. You know, I've done this work for so many years. And what I do is I take my clients through this deprogramming, as you think of it, really looking at what limiting beliefs have I put upon myself that's not allowing me to understand my importance in the world and what I'm supposed to do and trusting myself. But it's also a process. It's just like anything that you might have learned in school. You develop a little bit of it, it gets stronger, you build a kind of momentum. Now, we've come to understand this because we could understand neuroscience, how your brain works, how it programs you and causes certain behaviors and feelings even to become automatic. But you also have the ability to reprogram yourself. And as you do that, you start to let go of those restrictions, those ideas that did not allow you to even listen to yourself, to even hear what was within you and to then believe it. And that's the empowerment part of it. Once you break down the walls and start seeing what is there and trusting yourself, then you still have to build up this sense of your self-esteem, your self-empowerment to be courageous enough to do whatever that is. And this is nothing bad. This is just life. And every human goes through it, and you just do it in different ways. That's all. And your way is the right one. You will have one that you will find. And again, what I do when I work with my clients is we do this methodically. We're working on finding out, discovering where the limiting blocks are so that you can start to feel yourself. That's just something that I love working with. I came up with something that I use with my clients that you have to think about this. So feel for yourself. This is really it. Feel for yourself. Now that self means the real you, what you're meant to do, who you are. That is within you because everyone's born with it. But again, you might have been feeling for everyone else. You might have been listening to all those people out there, everyone around you, including your family, friends, whatever, and they have told you who you're meant to be. No, you have that within you. And so once you get to that place, you start to trust your intuition. You start to trust what you're feeling and what you're hearing, and you begin to live a life that's much more enjoyable and will lead you to all the riches that you want to have as well.